Hi, welcome to Walking Wilder. I'm back. Um, I'm happy you're here, so welcome in. If this reading resonates with you, please like and subscribe and maybe leave me a message. I'd love to hear if you can see yourself in this, parts of it, all of it. This is a collective reading, so take whatever resonates with you and just leave the rest. Um, I have pulled some cards for the overall energy of this reading. And the first card that came up is this card, Devotion. And the two keywords on it is indifferent and passionate. And my sense with these, the next one is expression, and those two words are suppressed and joyful. And these two cards came together, and then I pulled the last one to kind of clarify a little bit or get some more information up for you. There's something about expression and being passionate about how you present this, how you honor yourself in this. And my feeling with it is there's been sort of a period of indifference where you've kind of felt like, well, maybe, the other person in this is not going to hear me, not going to understand my point of view. And it's kind of like this whole thing has strained you. And now Spirit's saying, okay, it's time for you to align with yourself, so to speak. This is, you kind of see this almost like a chakra system. But, this inner, for me, moon energy is very wild woman, inner wise woman type of energy. So this card is like you need to align with who you really are at a very, very core soul level, and kind of get back to being passionate about that, being passionate about expressing that, being passionate about showing up in whatever connection or situation or whatever this is. The third card was alignment, dishonest and truthful. So my feeling with it is there's some place where you are not really being honest with yourself about what this means to you, about how you show up, about maybe how other people show up and how you feel about that. Definitely something that's not really aligning at this point in time. So that's the overall energy of the reading. Wait a minute, I feel called to get a couple of these as well to see if I was going to pull tarot cards for the challenge, and I still am, but maybe this will give us something else. At the bottom of this is endings, transformation. So there's something here, something you need to see so that you can somehow change it, end it, being more truthful with yourself. There's some sort of obstacle to that. This can be you. This can, a situation where you feel, locked or kind of not really being able to be, again, free, joyful, all of that. The interesting thing is on here, there's no key. So the lock is actually not locked. You could open it. And my feeling is there's something about that as well. All right, let's see your challenges. Magician at the bottom when I split the deck, and stability on the other side. So perhaps there's a part of you that is like, well, if I am, out in the world manifesting, playing with energy, doing all of those things, is that going to affect my stability? Perhaps some people, here's the Five of Wands and stability again. Perhaps you are afraid that, there's going to be discussions, somebody's not really going to like it, some sort of resistance to whatever it is you have to offer. Can we get a little information about that, Spirit? What is that challenge here? Two of Discs, change. Let's see, how can you, let's see if you can still see them here. Uh, Change, balance. Very much in this card, you know, the difference between the light and the dark. Your inner, your outer world, perhaps shadows, that type of thing. Generosity at the bottom of the deck. All right. All right. King of Cups. Um, in this deck, you know, he sits here and he looks very wise, very sort of relaxed, and you know, actually stable for for you know, stable emotions, that type of thing. The key word on this particular card is control, which is always a sort of a weird energy to me, because this is about your feelings, of course. Um, and so together with these two, I'm like, is someone, you know, there might be someone in your energy that is trying to control the narrative, or at least you think they are. You may or may not. Oh, well, yeah, here's here's the Ace of Swords. I hadn't even seen that. So yeah, more than likely there's someone in your energy somewhere who's trying to control the narrative, trying to control perhaps how you see things, or thinking that you need to see things the way that they should. Here's Justice. This could be some sort of karmic pattern that you have, or just a situation that somehow is unjust. Perhaps this person could also be a side of yourself. But whatever it is, you know, the key with this key word of control, which is the energy of the King of Cups. Of course, you know, it has to do with love and connections and all of that. So my feeling is this is someone really close to you, family, partner of some sort, someone you have known for a long time. He has, you know, this is like a little bit of an older person, not necessarily really old, but, you know, an older person. This has been going on for a while, perhaps since you know, a young age. There's been something here, and so there's something unjust in this whole situation of you not really being aligned to speaking your truth, not really being aligned to being totally joyful, totally passionate. And my sense is that it is not really because you don't want to, it's because there has been put some sort of control in a loving way, if you can say that control is ever loving. But there has been something you have kind of felt like, well, this is the way we do things. This is the way things are supposed to be. This is how I am supposed to be. So, you know, something feels out of balance, and stuck in some old pattern of some sorts. At the bottom, the world card, which, you know, here's the chakra thing again. Oh, keep it so that you can actually see it. So something needs to end. There's some sort of cycle in this that that is coming to an end. This is, you know, in the split of the deck, so more or less an unconscious thing, although my feeling with it is that you are actually aware of this. This whole process here in these three cards is you waking up to the fact that you're not really stuck in this narrative, that you can put an end to it. And I don't mean necessarily walk away from a connection that's very close to you, but you can express who you are, and then, you know, that's, and perhaps at the bottom of the deck here is the Five of Cups. So some sort of disappointment, some sort of sorrow might come from this, but it might also just be that you're kind of, that, you know, you're saying, okay, this is not my truth. But let's see what else come up here. Supporting energy in all of this. Oh, these cards are not really doing what I want them to. Hold on a second. Death card at the in the split, and the World again. So yep, some cycle is definitely ending here, and some sort of justice is still at the bottom here. All right, what is supporting your energy at this time? Right? Okay, that was a little bit more Ten of Cups at the bottom, so that's good. A little bit more than what I thought. Yeah. Page of Pentacles, manifesting some stability, some um, I want to say the good life. I don't know why that popped into my head. Um, Manifesting more of what feels stable to you, what feels, yeah, like the good life. I don't know why that pops in my head. Queen of Pentacles. This card, very nurturing, very giving birth to something new, putting yourself out there. I was going to say, I don't know how that goes with this. What I mean by it is uh, putting, yeah, birthing something in to reality, some new side of yourself. Um, See these kind of like female archetypal energies, putting new sides of yourself, releasing yourself from this feeling of being stuck, of being locked up, of not, and I don't literally mean being locked up, but feeling stuck, feeling like I can't really move in this. If I take this one stuck out to me, there's been some sort of grief where you have felt like, and I don't really feel grief in a sense of having lost something, but it's more of a longing to be more of what you know intuitively that you are, more of what your soul knows you came here to do. Um, yeah, so it goes over there. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of cards here. Chariot. So there is forward movement energy here. In this deck, it's very clear that it's like two sides here, the light and the dark, your perhaps your inner and outer world, your shadows, um, and they're kind of standing here. So it's my feeling with it is that you're standing right at the brink of trying to, see if you see these two together. The color scheme itself, the moon is there, so it's like, all right, I am getting ready to express who I am, to move forward with this uh, new chapter in my life, doing things in a different way, moving away from the Ten of Swords. Tens are also endings, so something is definitely over. This feeling of you feeling perhaps not good enough, not being able to express who you are, all of that, it is definitely time for that cycle to close. There has been deception, lies, someone not really uh, being truthful with the way that things are. This can also be an aspect of yourself that you've kind of told yourself things need to be this way because this is what I came from, this is what I've learned, this is perhaps what this connection to your past have been telling you. It could be a lot of different things, but something has not really been truthful. And same word, truthful, excuse me, I can't talk today, is on this alignment card. So perhaps what has not been truthful is you aligning to what actually you have been feeling all along is what you wanted to align to. Eight of Discs, or Pentacles in this case, you're working very hard on this whole thing, which is also, the feeling that I'm getting with it. Two of Cups, union. This here to me is union within yourself. This is like you finding out how to express who you really are without the fear of, I don't know, of being judged with the Justice card, of being, just of not following, or not of not being able to follow what you intuitively know is the right thing for you. So that you're going to be able to somehow align, and here was the Ten of Cups. And here's the Three of Wands. So a new vision on what is okay for you, aligning the light and the dark in yourself, the human part and the spirit part, so that you find, a higher Harmony. Yeah, on this deck, the word on the Ten of Cups is harmony. So that you find harmony within yourself and you can see a new future. You can see, here's the moon again, or it could be the moon anyway. So you can kind of clearly see that connection that you have with spirit and the energy that that gives you when you actually align to it. So beautiful energy. What you don't see coming in this. Oh, the devil. Can we get a little bit more information on that? Yeah. All right. The Magician, Five of Swords. Okay, yeah. What you don't see coming here, my feeling with this is that this devil energy, this energy of not being totally honest with yourself, of perhaps being in some sort of relationship, family, whatever, partnership, whatever it is, where you have not really felt like you could be yourself, with the Seven of Swords here, that energy of this whole Five of Swords, this inner conflict, this mental, I'm not really, just not really feeling it, is going to actually come to an end, because here's the Magician. So you have all the tools that you need to change this. My feeling with it is that it really was about you actually seeing it. You have intuitively known this for a while, that there's something that's out of alignment, there's something that is not really aligning to who I am, who I want to be, what I came here to create, all of that. There's something that needs to be shifted. Here's the Two of Pentacles, and I just kind of see, something shift. New choices, new way of viewing something, new ways of being. Some of you might have to say goodbye to some relationships, some of you might not. I feel it's more of an internal part in you, because when you change your energy and the point of view, where you stand, then something around you is going to change as well, is my feeling with it. What will manifest in the next few months here? Yeah, Six of Swords at the bottom, moving on to something, or, leaving trouble behind. Ace of Wands, brand new beginning, passionate beginning. Yep, Five of Pentacles, moving away from that lack mentality, that mentality of feeling like you couldn't really manifest what you wanted to manifest, that you couldn't really have that security. Here's the Four of Swords, healing, rest. So yeah, it's a period of time in the next few months here where you're going to have that inner process of working on this, looking into what is it. Maybe you'll be journaling about it. Some of you might, seek some professional help. Whatever, this process is going to be for you, it feels a little bit like a puzzle that you slowly but surely find pieces to, and you gain a new understanding of who you are and what's important to you and how you can express that and feel okay about it. Can we get a little more about that? I have some cards here. I think one more. We'll see. Yeah, your higher self, this working on this connection to your higher self, being more aligned with that, getting out of the trouble that this is sort of been. This has been a karmic path for you, and with the Justice card, that's no big surprise. So there's something here that a lesson that you needed to see, something that has spilled over from a previous life or from earlier in this life, something that you really have needed to see in order to connect and to if I could speak, that would be cool. To connect better to your higher self. So curious, and love will grow. So I think part of the message here that they are saying is be curious about this. look at it with that playful energy, that energy of, didn't we have, yeah, we had the page of pentacles here, this playful energy of manifesting from a place of wonder, a place of curiosity, a place of what can be now. Um, how can I let more of my playful side, I'm sorry, come to light here? Yeah. What will manifest in the next 2-3 months? Now, we already did that, didn't we? Possible outcome and advice. Some sort of advice here. Yeah. The moon at the bottom. There's the moon again. There's a lot of moon energy here. So I think it's very important, that you follow your intuition and kind of get in touch with that wild inner wisdom on a deep soul level. New beginning. And the King of Wands energy, this leadership, taking leadership in your own life, creating from a passionate place. Here's the Eight of Wands. No, the Page of Wands. I'm sorry. I just can't speak today. See how she's, on the brink of going in a new direction, out there exploring, being curious about what's going on in her life, new things. King of Pentacles, power. So two actually, both the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, leadership, power, taking control of your life, of where you want to go with this, being curious, and then love will grow in your life. And here I'm thinking, this to me feels like self-love. Not that, there's never going to be romantic love, that's not it, but it, yeah. Oh, there's going to be romantic love. There's Seven of Cups. You're going to have choices. Of course, if you're in a happy relationship, this just means that you have ways of, making that even better. But here comes Ace of Cups. So, yeah, definitely love is going to grow in your life. Well, didn't we have? Yeah, it's right there. Love will grow in your life as a result of you, being more devoted and passionate about who you actually are, because people are going to see this whole new side of you. Well, maybe not a whole new side, but you're going to be more clear. People are going to look at you and you're going to be in this glowing kind of energy. This, being authentic is very, very attractive in a person. And I don't necessarily mean, attractive in this whole way, but it's more, when you are authentic, more of that, people are going to naturally want to gravitate towards you, because your energy is like, they know who you are. I mean, you are, and they can sense that you are not afraid to show up as you are, to stand by what you mean, what you feel, what you're here to do, and that is a very, very powerful energy. So very, very nice. Definitely very nice process you're in here. So hopefully, I don't know why, I feel like one more card. I don't even know what we're asking. One more card, Spirit. Is there something else? Okay. Quite a bit of something else. Judgment. I feel this is mainly you judging yourself, in that indecisive type of thing. Can I really, who am I? Can I, go out there and change in this way? What will people think? Blah, 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 blah. Of course, there can be someone around you too that's like, you're changing. Why? A lot of times people don't really like change. But, they'll have to get over it. Empress energy. So my feeling with this is, by the time you've gone through this process, you are going to be very much in the Empress energy. This feeling of, I know who I am at peace, I am creative, I'm intuitive, I'm living a life where I feel curious, I've paid my karma, connected to my higher self. Here's Three of Cups. So new relationships coming into your life, friendships, or maybe that's not just, but maybe current relationships that are developing and getting closer and deeper and all of that. Because like I said, when you change, then people around you will automatically change too, in a lot of ways. King of Swords. So here's yet another king. Authority. Here I'm thinking this is in your own life, again aligning with the two other kings that we have on the table, that this is about you taking control of your own life and being the one that judges what is right and what is not right for you. So yeah, beautiful energy. uh, Working on finding your inner passion, devotion to whatever you feel called to, expressing who you are from a joyful place, letting go of any feelings of being suppressed, reminding yourself, there's no lock, there's no key on this lock, so and it's open, so you can actually unlock the key and walk on to brighter paths here. So being in alignment with yourself. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. If it resonates, please help my channel by hitting like and subscribe, and then you'll also be notified next time I put up a reading, if that has your interest. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Big love.